Alright, and we're back with another episode of Let's Play Phantasy Star. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And let's move as we make our way to Gothic. Let's figure out what we got here. I'm busy, don't bother me. Okay, so that's a guy we need to make a mental note of for later. We make our way through, and we end up in this wonderful dump known as Gothic. Now, there's an item shop here. There's also a church, which we're not going to go up to and deal with. But this town pretty much blows, so we're just going to blow town. No, we're not blowing the whole town, you sick bastards. Alright, so now we're going to make our way this way. There's like I said, there's just an item shop there with the usual fare, and that's really all that's there. And we're going to start seeing some upgraded palette swaps of some enemies we've already fought, who in larger groups are much more threatening than in those small groups, but eh. And we picked up a flash, something we can sell and or dump. And we want to enter here. You know, I'm just going to drop it, because 10 Masitas is nothing right now. And then later in the game, it's like, I'm broke, guys, gotta grind cash, which really isn't that hard. We're pretty well off right now. We have, Jesus, 16 grand. I think we're okay for a while. So here we go. This is where we need to head. Whee! In we go. And thus we are in the prison. Now, interestingly enough, we're going to run in. Do you have your road pass? Yes, you may proceed. If not, you have to fight that guy. And he isn't worth fighting, trust me. Now, there's a bunch of people you can talk to down there. No point in doing that. Let's just keep moving. We're going to need our dungeon key as well. And again, there's really nothing here. There's literally nothing really in this dungeon. I can't... It's not really a dungeon. You notice there's no enemies. There's not going to be any... Well, I should say there are no enemies. So no point in dealing with that. So let's go here. Use our dungeon key. I'm Luvino. If you've come for help, you'd best forget it. Now leave. So that's going to happen. Let's go back, talk to them again. You want me to build a spaceship for you? Not a chance. I can't accept such responsibility. How dare you turn me down, fool? We're certainly persistent. Well, if you will do as I say, I will help you. Is that a deal? Yes. Okay. I will go to Gothic Village nearby to make preparations. Come then. Do not waste worry on me. Whatever. I swear he speaks English. Alright. Let's go ahead and head out. I even think there's an empty chest in here. I'm going to say this is one of the few times the chest is not a relevant issue. And so we have a road pass, we may proceed. So now we get the luxury of going all the way back to the city of Gothic, which is that crap place that we were at before. And yeah, we're going to run into some enemies along the way. Oh, I'm on fire! I forgot, I made a joke earlier where the vampires are the only first animation enemies. All the enemies technically have an animation, but they were the first ones with a big animation. So you can see these guys are a little more rough around the edges, but nothing we can't handle. If you're at a lower level, yeah, they're going to be rough, so you got to be careful. And you're better off, if you need to heal, you're better off going back to the first town in the game to heal. Don't heal in town in Gothic, because it's really expensive. It's a total rip. You're better off just, you know, huffing and puffing your way through there. Alright, so in we go. And now we need to find Numbnuts, who is here somewhere. He's near a shop, I think. It's getting late. Fetch my assistant. He's likely hiding in the underground passage. Okay, so we need to fetch his assistant, which was the man we saw in the underground passage. Again, no, I don't believe there's any enemies. Oh, there are enemies here. I thought there weren't any. Oh, you know what? It's the prison specifically that has no enemies. Luckily, these guys are all pushovers. Nothing too major about that. But Dr. Luvino has returned. Yes, he has. You will build another spaceship. I will be there right away. Good for you. Idiot! Okay, so we're back in Gothic again. Now that my staff is assembled, I can begin. There is, however, a slight fee of 1,200 Masitas involved. Yeah, we'll pay. It's not like we're hurting for cash. Thank you. I can now get to work. Please wait one moment. And if we come in a few times here, it cannot be hurried. Please show a bit more patience. There we go. It presents a superb spaceship, the Luvino. But you cannot fly a spaceship. You must find a robot named Hapsby. He can fly a spaceship. Yay. Oh boy. So, so let me think here. So in order to do that, we gotta go all the way and make this huge quest around this continent. We're on a new continent, technically. We're actually across from where we started the game. So we gotta make our way all the way around this huge little area. Not that it's a big deal. I mean, we're pretty beefed out. We're pretty ripped, like the Hulkster brother. But it's a bit of a trek. And we're gonna probably fight a lot of enemies along the way. Hence why we have burgers with us. This is, again, if we need to burn through burgers, we can, because we're not going to actually get to a dungeon as quickly as you would think, and you kind of want to save some of your best spells for that dungeon. It'd be weird to burn through it all fighting vampires and serpents. This is the stronger enemies that are in this area here, and I'm not going to bog you guys down with those type of fights. Again, I'm trying to avoid the beaches as best as possible. So, yep, a giant scorpion, or green scorpion, however you want to word it. Oops, I'm hitting the B button. There we go. Another bow and arrow. Another trap chest, huh? Yeah, because now the enemies are and they have been even when we started, but they're starting to it seems like it's starting to happen more often. Alright, let's keep moving here, as we've got a lot of ground to cover. Ooh, we've got ghouls. Again, just kill them like the rest. They do a little bit more damage, but not much more to my memory. Nothing, it's just they have a lot more health because there's two of them as opposed to one. Go. Killed him like the rest. Alright, let's keep moving. Murder! Massive murder. There we go. It's almost getting to the point where weaker enemy drops aren't worth it because... yeah, we're taking more damage than we need to. Because of chests more than it is from the enemies themselves. Which is a wee bit annoying. As much as I'd rather just kill them off, though. See, there's a part of me that wants to keep doing what we're doing, but then there's a part of me that doesn't. So, you gotta make a choice on how you want to pursue that. So we're almost getting to where we need to go. Let's keep moving. So now here's the deal. We're going to take damage, I think, walking on this. So, and we can get in fights, which doesn't help my problem either, the fact that we're taking damage walking on this stuff. So we need to make sure that we head straight for the town. That's not really a town. So yeah, we're actually going pretty far to get to the next town here. Hence why it's good that if we need to use those burgers, we will. That might be our kind of our little safety net there. As we have a bunch of Marmen to kill, and we're hurting pretty bad, so this could be a death here. This could be a kill. Depends on how well they hit us. I'm just gonna power through this for you guys, because it's really just me versus them. We'll probably have to heal after this fight, which is fine. Alright, so we killed them pretty good, but it was getting low into the 30s of health for some characters, so it wasn't rough. It was rough, but we burned... Oh, I used 3 burgers for the party, so that should get us through here. Maybe we might have to use a few more, but that's fine. It's to be expected, you know? What are you gonna do? You know, but look at how quickly the game's picking up its difficulty again. You know, we are in a situation that's kind of rough, so, you know, we'll do what we can. Almost through. Oh! So close. Alright, running. Oh, got out. Oh. That's rough, guys. That's really rough. Alright, let's keep moving. Almost forgot to turn the recorder on, so here we go. We can talk to this dude, and... Whoop. There we go. In this pile of junk somewhere, there is supposed to be a usable robot, but you know how rumors be. Yeah, you're useless, fuck. Alright, and he's not wrong saying that, he's just not giving us a lot of information. As there's this thing here, which it doesn't mean anything to us, really. So, we can't... Oh. Let me keep looking here for a second. I'm pretty sure... Yeah. Because we're not ready to do anything with it yet. We can't do anything here, so, at the moment... Alright, so, here we go. Now we've got a small little dungeon to get through. Now this dungeon is a path in and out of the zones here. So we have to actually kind of traverse this dungeon in order to get to the next town. So our goal, this is a rough deal because the enemies are starting to get they're starting to hit like trucks compared to what we've been fighting. So we're kind of on our own to hope for the best. Now, there's treasure in here. Okay, there's good amounts of goodies in here that we could possibly get. The catch, I want to say, is do you want to subject yourself to a lot of fights? So there's an empty chest at the end of that hall. I'm just gonna skip it for now, just so we can stay on the safe side here. And again, there's only one chest that's worth it here. And I know I said I was gonna open all chests, but we're hurting pretty bad. And getting to the next, well, it's these enemies again, though, so... At least it's showing these enemies. There could be other things down here we don't know about. So, you know, I'll go for the empty chest. We'll try to do all the chests then. If it's stuff we've already fought before that's not the stuff outside, I'm not that worried about it. Even if it's vampires and serpents, I'm not too worried. It's other stuff that... I keep thinking there's going to be something new. And every time you'd think there'd be a new enemy type, they don't tend to show up. Of course. And of course we're attacked by vampires. So let me go ahead and kill these guys, and we'll use Meow's MP to heal us up real good. Alright, so Odin's doing pretty good, so I left him alone. Alright, let's head back the way we came. We got more fights. Alright, let's keep on trucking here. This way, take it all the way to the end, make a left. We should be able to head, I believe this will lead us to a chest. You notice how I felt very hesitant on saying that. Alright, and we're moving. We've got some ghouls. Alright, let's keep moving. And we found... Escaper, which is, again, it's a useless item that I'll probably sell. Or I could use it to have a nasty battle in here if we run into one. Alright, now we're going to kind of go back the way we came. And we're going to make a left here. Alright, take this all the way to the end and then make a right. And that should lead us to... money. And you can't see my expressions, but I'm like thinking to myself, money? see. Ah, there's Skellington. Well, we killed one of those recently. We know they're not that tough. Now that we can't handle. We may use a heal from Meow on Odin, because he just ate that entire trap. Meow's got 2 more heals, and Noah's got a handful of them, because he can use heal magic too. So we're not hurting really right now. I made it sound worse than we really were, but once I realized what kind of enemies we're fighting, I'm like, oh, we're not doing that bad. Not really. Alright, and now we're at this little, like, 4-way little area. We're going to make a left and then a right. And I believe we can. Another right. This is the last chest. So now we can get out of this dump. Which will put us, I believe, on another continent. Surprisingly, make a left. This should lead us out of here. Alright. And up we go. And then we're out. Woo! I gotta remember which way. We can't go that way, so we gotta go this way. We should be coming up to a town. And we gotta go out and around, don't we? So let's get to it. Again, we're going to run into some of the beach enemies, but they're nothing too major, especially because we're pretty ripped right now. So as long as they show up in single groups, it's not a big deal. That's a bigger deal. That's a bigger problem. A vastly worse problem. So yeah, we'll get Noah on healing duty. And himself, because, yeah, reasons. Alright, let's move. Alright, let's keep moving, because we gotta kind of head all the way around. Uh-oh, octopus. Look out, kids, it's the butt kraken! Because it comes out of me butt crack! Again, he's just a big nasty. That just needs a good whopping. We should be able to get to the town that we're headed to. Should, anyway. Nice. Let's keep moving. Alright, let's keep moving. Oh, another fight. Alright, we're still moving. As I did there, cut corners. And down and around, and there's a town. Oh, we're so close. Alright, let's keep moving. And oh my stars and garters, we've made it to civilization. Alright, we don't want to go to the church because nobody's dead. We're gonna go to the hospital. So it's a little pricey, but we're not necessarily hurting for cash. And as you can see, it's probably very much depending on how damaged they are. Everybody's getting a heal today. And Noah. We'll double check and make sure we're all geared up too. So, yeah, it looks like we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so what we need to do in town is we're just going to do some light shopping. And there's really nothing else here, at least for the moment. Alright, so let's do some shopping. We've already got White Mantle. We're going to buy a heat gun, because this is just like the needle gun, except better. And we're at the point where, yeah, he's going to do a little less damage. Odin, by the way. But it's still going to be somewhat beneficial because it'll be attacking larger mobs. And it is slightly better than what he's got. And then obviously the Silver Fang is for Meow. So you in a sense, we could have skipped that dungeon and just waited till we got the Silver Fang, which, again, a speedrunner would do that. Even some casual players who've played this before, like if I was playing this myself, I would have not wasted my time in that other dungeon, unless I wanted the XP. But that's it. You know, it's an easy way to go in there, get a new weapon, get a bunch of XP, and yeah, and money, Masitas, because look at how expensive that stuff is. In the next town, it's going to be even more expensive for the next upgrade, and we may not even have. We'll have enough money for it, but it'll burn a hole through our wallet if I do it, and I'm debating in my head if I even want to. Did we save? I don't know if we saved. We'll save. We just traveled halfway around this world. It would be a pretty stupid thing not to save. Alright, so now we're off. Okay, so up and around. Alright, let's keep moving. It's a bit of a ways, I'll tell you. Scorpius, those are new. That's an even stronger scorpion than before. And boom goes the dynamite. Now, did Odin even attack? It didn't look like he... Oh, come on! Really? Who got it? I think Meow did. Alright, let's keep moving. Goddamn cat. And a Sphinx. So now, as you can see, the enemies are getting even... They're new. But you can see they're getting nastier. So that heat gun's going to really pay off because they're coming in large groups. And that's going to be something we have to deal with. Sphinx is down. We luck out on who they go after. We could kill another Sphinx this round. That might be asking too much. Yep, it's asking too much. Oh no, Alice got it. Cool. And another one should go down. I'm not worried about Odin's damage output at the moment. I'm really not. I accidentally, I think, sold short swords earlier. And he, I think, could have used one, but I'm not that worried about it. And we keep finding these flashes. We're going to have to probably dump them because we're just running clearly out of inventory space. I mean, these vampires, I haven't mentioned it, but the vampires have been dropping flashes too. Almost every other battle with them or so. So it's like they're really eating up our inventory space. Yeah, see, there's another flash. So, yeah, we're going to either sell them off. I forget if there's a secondhand shop in the next town or not, but... One way or the other, that stuff's getting sold. Because it's just eating up all of our space. And you noticed we filled the inventory at one point. So there's a finite inventory. Alright. Okay, so. Yay, we've made it to town. Right, let's take a look at some shops here. Because we obviously got some crap to sell. Yes. Shut up and take my flashes. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to make you guys sit through this while I sell a bunch of flashes. Let me sell these flashes first, and then we'll pick back up. Okay, so we just sold off all of the stuff that we were carrying, including some extra weaponry. Now what we want to do is go in and see what we can get here. Magic hat, magic... No, we don't need any of that. Let's go check here. This is a first food shop, okay. We need this. So the poly material is an item. Oh, we should restock our burgers while we're here. The poly material is okay, so in the passageway where we were getting to the other continent from Gothic, where the ruined city was that we saw, there's a dude in there that'll tell you that the poly material is here, and it's used to destroy doors and stuff like that. And this will be relevant for us to actually do something we have to do in just a wee bit. You buy one more burger. That should give us 5 or 6 burgers. We'll check. But we want to make sure we have some free healing available to us, because we're going to have to make another big trek, and I'm debating in my head which path I want to go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I bought 2 more than I needed. That's fine. All right, and then there should be a shop here. So, whoops, there should be a shop here to get us a questionable upgrade. Because I say questionable because the amount of money we would have to spend on this upgrade is... You most likely do not have the amount of money I have. If you have been playing along and doing a good job at it, you might have the amount of money I have. And if that's the case, then I would say burn that money, baby. And these are laser shields at 4,800, so that's going to put a huge dent in our pocket. So we're going to buy 2 of them, because we can. We can't buy a 3rd one. But we can buy this. So, just go ahead and equip Alice with 1. Replace the ceramic shield. And then this laser shield, we're going to put on Odin. And then we'll sell off the old ceramic shields for some cash back. Now, with that done, and with that said, we need to make... You know that ruined city that we went around the whole coast of Gothic to get to? We actually got to go back there now. And really quick, I'm going to see... I don't remember if Noah can equip... If he can equip a shield or not, but we're going to try it. I believe he cannot. Yeah, so we can sell the old... That means he can't equip a laser shield either, just so you know. So we'll sell that off as well, because there's just no point in holding on to something we obviously can't use. Alright, so, like I said, there's 2 ways to get to it. We can go back the way we came, or we can use Alice's magic to warp us back to Canili, or whatever, the first town in the game. We can heal for free, go through Gothic, come out around the coast to get to that dungeon. And I hate to break it to you guys, but that's the route I think I'm going to take, because it's faster. We can get free healing there. It's a bit... to me, in my opinion, it's a bit of a safer route, except for the fire alley area, but we can heal ourselves frequently to deal with that. I just don't see the point in going back the other, through the way we came, because, yeah, we'll fight stronger enemies, but they're not giving us more Masitas, and the XP we're getting is nominally different. We're already a few levels higher than we need to be anyway. So I think that might be the optimum route. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And when we're back, we will be back in the ruined city we saw earlier. Alright, so, oh man, we made it. Bit of a walk, but, not very eventful. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to this building here, where there's a dump heap. There's a dump heap, I think, everywhere, but it's this specific one. And then we go and we use the poly material. The bottle cap opens up and the contents quietly... And... I'm Habsby. Thanks for finding me. I can fly the Lavino for you. Alright. So now we get us the robot. The robot. Let's go ahead and fly. Obviously, back to the first town. We can heal again. Is he in our inventory? Yes, he is. We can go and get some delicious, delicious healing, because healing is your friend. And then what we're going to do is we're going to head all the way back to Gothic, the safest path. There is no easier path. And then we'll be getting our own spaceship. Holy crap, we got a spaceship. Alright. Alright. So let's head all the way through. And I'll take care of these guys. Alright, let's keep moving here. And I'll just kill these guys real quick. Alright, and then we'll go see the doc. Not the doctors, but the doc. The ship dude. Go aboard the Nova and be on our way. Yay! Which means... always forget this part. What a douche. It's one of these exits in the town, but forget which one. Well, Dr. Levina... Okay, it's here. Always forget which exit it is, and it's like very specific. Alright, so here we go. We get inside the... Where are we going? So we've got Gothic. We got 2 new locations. We're going to head to Uzo. Or Uso. However you want to say it. Because it's going to be interesting. We got to make a trip to Uzo, and then we got to make a trip back. So Uzo's on Moltavia. Again, the other planet that we're going to. And really, it's a town... We're going to get an item that's really neat, and then we got to make our way back here again. Yeah, I know. It's a lot to take in, isn't it? So we land our ship outside of Yuzo. Alright, and there's some shopping we want to do. There's a new weapon for Alice, and we'd be kind of remiss to not pick it up. Or be kind of... That's not the word I want to use. We'd be kind of lame not to pick it up. And we're not hurting for money, and it would be a hair of a bit of time. Not a lot, though. Well, that's not true. We are going to pick some stuff up later. So, let's grab the lightsaber. Luke, I am your father. You must come to me, for I am your father. Join me, and we can rule the galaxy together. And there we go. And we can sell off her old sword. I believe here. Is this the food one? Oh, no. We can't do that here. Oh, shoot. We'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it. Alright. So now what we want to do is head... I believe it's here. We heard about the soothing flute. No. This is a secret, but I buried one at the outskirts of the town of Gothic on Palma. Don't tell anyone. It's a secret. Alright, so that's really the first thing we want to do. So we need to head back to Gothic really quick. Back to Gothic we go. And we can just really skip that. We don't need to show all this stuff. I know you guys like seeing it maybe, but you've seen enough of it now. Okay, so we need to go through here. And we gotta deal with that every time. Now, it is, if I'm not mistaken, over here. And there it is. We find the flute. So the flute is cool because we no longer are required to use magic to leave dungeons. We can now leave dungeons for the cost of free 90 free. Which is my favorite type of dungeon leaving. Free! And we'll sell off the ceramic sword. And I think... How are we doing in inventory? We're not doing great on inventory space. The more stuff we find, the more it's eating away at our inventory space. So... that'll be a problem in and of itself. But there's not much we can do about that at the moment. So let's go ahead and get back on our ship and head back to Yuzo. Because you definitely want to pick up that flute. So, burgers, I'll make room for other stuff. But, again, it's going to be a bit of a thing going in later to do other stuff. So I'm not to find other goodies. Because we're not going to find really many good items coming up until... like, we reach, I would say, the next town. And even then, it's like, is there anything you really want to buy? But we do need about 5 grand, I think, for what's coming up. And then after that, we don't really need it much more. But we still need easily a handful of things. So now that we've arrived back here in Yuzo, we're ready to continue our quest. But as you can see, we're mostly full health, full MP. We probably took a little damage from those slimes, like 1 or 2 hit points. But now that we are better geared and better prepared, we're ready to go onto the surface of Moldavia again and do a bit more exploring of a new dungeon nearby, which will give us access to a whole bunch of other stuff as well. So I'm not going to say much more than that. I don't want to ruin it for you. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. I am your host, the RPG Guy. And when we come back, we've got a boss fight, we've got a dungeon, and maybe a new piece of transportation. Well, we'll see how far we can get. We'll see you guys next time. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.